This is the ORENI tilefish, and it's an extremely rare and relatively new fish in the marine hobby. The Hoplolatelus oreni is a stunning, beautiful fish. So how did this rare fish end up in my aquarium? It all started with a visit to a very unique aquarium store called Aquatic Underworld. This store has a lot of unique marine life, from stingrays to very large mantis shrimp, and some of the rarest fish you could ever see. If you're looking for something special, let Gino, the store owner, know, and he'll definitely find it for you. But I was there looking for a flashing tilefish. Now, a flashing tilefish is different than the ORENI tilefish. The flashing tilefish can change colors, but they are definitely known to be jumpers. So I'm here with Gino from Aquatic Underworld here, and tell us a little bit about this fish.
So this fish that Joey's about to get for me is called the flashing tilefish. They're mainly from the Indo-Pacific. This one in particular is from the Philippines. They're a type of tilefish, so same family as like somewhat like the dartfish and like somewhat like a goby. What's unique about them is that they change colors based on their mood. They're primarily blue. You know, sometimes when they're stressed, they turn colors, or sometimes when it's feeding time, they turn colors. It just depends on their mood. Basic care for them is, you know, mainly frozen food. They're not really a hard fish to keep, but you definitely need a lid for them because they are, like any dartfish, they are jumpers. So you want to be careful with them.
Yeah, that is a super special fish. You have so many unique species and fish in your shop. So,
well, if you think that tilefish is cool, take this one. Right here, we got a really nice ORENI tilefish.
Wow. ORENI tilefish. Tell us a little bit about this guy.
It's a deeper water tilefish. Around the same area, they're more northern, but pretty deep water tilefish. They're not common. I mean, these guys are usually gonna be in the like $1,000 range. Maybe sometimes you could find them a little bit lower price, but generally $1,000 or somewhere around there is where you're gonna find, you know, where the price is at. Same care as the flashing tilefish. You know, they mainly carnivorous, eat frozen food, all that stuff. They'll eat flakes as well, but they like the frozen a little bit better. But same thing, must have a lid or they will jump out of their tank. It's not about if they'll jump out of the tank, it's about when.
There you
so
go.
you definitely need a lid for those guys, but really cool fish.
Yeah, this guy's beautiful, and he doesn't change colors, right? But he's got a unique pattern.
Yeah, unique coloring and
like a almost like a leopard type.
Oh yeah, like a nice polka dots on the top, like with a gold stripe and a nice blue and a blue band in the middle. Yeah, really rare deep water fish. You don't see those too often.
Now, the ORENI tilefish was first discovered in 1973 and was only documented by this illustration right here. Now, fast forward to the year 2018, where Michelle Mandy Robertson was diving with Reef Teach, and she took a photo off of the coast of South Africa in the Sodwana Bay, where she captured a beautiful photo of the ORENI tilefish with its beautiful blue and yellow and captivating markings that it has. This fish is special. So as Gino was catching the flashing tilefish to be bagged, I thought about how good my DIY aquarium lid would be for this fish. He's fast.
He is fast. I just don't want to jump out the tank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As he was bagging up the tilefish, to my surprise, he gifted me the ORENI tilefish for the tank so that I could share how special this fish is with you guys.
There you go.
Yeah. See, that's why you need a lid.
Yep. Super cool. It's probably the most unique fish that I've ever had in my aquarium. So a very special thank you to Gino at Aquatic Underworld. If you're ever in Bloomingdale, Florida, stop by Aquatic Underworld. Let him know that the Coral Reef Talk sent you and pick up some beautiful fish and corals for your aquarium. This store is a must-see. Definitely check it out. Now it's time to get these fish home and put them in the reef tank. Okay, real quick before we put the tilefish into the aquarium, let me tell you all about Aquachar. Aquachar is a biomedia that is used to help clarify your water, and it also stabilizes and balances your pH. Now, Aquachar may look like activated carbon, but it is very different. It's actually a biomedia because the way it works is once you put it in your aquarium, it pulls the tannins and the bad bacteria to the Aquachar itself, and then Aquachar is so porous that it acts as a safe haven for beneficial bacteria to grow and thrive. And as those beneficial bacteria grow and thrive, they are taking out the bad bacteria and tannins in your water, leaving you with crystal clear water. So if you want to pick up some Aquachar to try in your aquarium, head on over to aquachar.com and use the code TheCoralReefTalk to save 15%. That's right, the Coral Reef Talk at checkout will save you up to 15% on your order. Visit aquachar.com today. All right, so I made it home with the tilefish. Guys, look at this color changing or flashing tilefish. This guy is incredible. Look at that. We'll get him in the tank. And then check this out. So special thanks to Ginu over at Aquatic Underworld for gifting us the ORENI tilefish. Okay, so I'm gonna run the tilefish through safety stop. That's what I do every single time I introduce a new fish to the system. Flashing is way more freaked out than the ORENI. The ORENI, beautiful. These guys are beautiful. I cannot wait to get them in there. All right, so let me check my lid real quick. There's small little gaps in here. I think I might need to reach out for a better lid to keep these guys secured. The only area I'm really concerned about is gonna be right here by the feeder. We got this one gap right here, large enough to put my finger through. That means it's gonna be large enough for a tilefish to possibly escape. So I'm gonna block that off, seal that up, and then maybe I'm gonna be looking into a new lid setup. Okay, so the first fish into the tank is the flashing tilefish. And immediately after going into the tank, the other tank mates come over and say hi, especially the yellow tang. He's always the first one to check out a new addition to the tank. He's like, hey, I'm the boss. And then of course next is the ORENI tilefish, and just look how beautiful this fish is as soon as it gets introduced into the tank. Again, the tank mates come over, but it seemed to be a very warm welcome. No one was fighting anyone, and putting them in the tank, very smooth transition. Now the flashing tilefish likes to swim up higher in the water column. You can see him near the surface of the water here, and the ORENI tilefish likes to stay mid-level or lower in the tank. Now the ORENI tilefish does something really cool where it hovers above the sand bed, and it will blast some water into the sand, revealing small crustaceans, maybe something in the sand bed, and it will dart in there and eat it and try to find some food. But it's really neat to watch this fish swim around and blow water at the sand bed. Now once I got the fish in the tank, I had to go run an errand, and I was literally gone away from the tank for 2 hours. And unfortunately, when I arrived back home 2 hours later, this is what I saw. This is the flashing tilefish. Unfortunately, somehow within these 2 hours, this fish found a way to jump through my DIY screen. Now I secured the perimeter of the screen, and I wasn't really sure how it made it through unless it made it through the mesh in the actual screen, and the mesh was just too big of a screen, and it found a way to dart through, and it got past it. So unfortunately, the flashing tilefish did not make it. So I reached out to Top Lids, and Top Lids builds custom aquarium lids for your aquarium, and they do an amazing job at it. and they work with a wide variety of tanks too. So I just wanted to share the Top Lids custom aquarium lid that's over the 125 gallon reef. This thing is awesome. I mean, it comes with the custom doors here that you can open to get in and access your tank. Comes in 2 halves, and they also do some custom fitting here. You can see, oh, look at this. Here is a drifter. By the way, if you haven't picked up a drifter, this is the 3D printed floating fish feeder for your aquarium. If you want to feed frozen food, pick one of these up at TheCoralReefTalk.com. So if you want a drifter, head on over there today, get one of those. But back to the lid, check out this Top Lids custom cut here and how the Avast Marine plank auto feeder fits perfectly into the lid. So check out Top Lids. They do custom lid designs for any and all aquariums. They also have some standard designs that you can start with. So if you have a certain brand aquarium, you can select your brand, start customizing today with Top Lids. So unfortunately, the flashing tilefish did not make it, but now I have a top lid over my aquarium. So I'll keep you guys updated if I come across another flashing tilefish. But on the bright side, the ORENI tilefish is incredible, amazing color, fun to watch, just a beautiful fish. So if you've enjoyed this video, then I know you're gonna like this next video here. Click or tap your screen to watch that. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to the Coral Reef Talk, and I will see you in the next one.